Chris Valentine, and I want to talk about today how to buy wholesale peptides without getting scammed. Basically, the first time I ever made a purchase, I was so excited. I just couldn't wait that I went forward with one of the first ones that responded to me. And I do have this link on my inner circle. By the way, I am not a doctor or medical practitioner, so please do everything at your own risk. I am only doing these videos for entertainment and informational purposes only. So basically, if you are looking to buy peptides in the gray market, it is not the easiest thing. So I've learned the hard way, not that hard, but I've made a few little mistakes along the way. When you are looking for a wholesale vendor of peptides on the gray market, basically almost 99% of them are going to be coming from China. That is where they are made, and we like to get them tested in all different ways when we're buying. So we check all those different websites and the COAs. But basically, the other important thing you may want to look for when you're purchasing is, can you use a credit or debit card? Now, like I said, I was so excited to get that first wholesale order in that this particular company only takes wires, meaning you wire from your bank to their bank, and it usually goes through an intermediary bank in New York when it's going to overseas, and or crypto. Now, the issue with crypto is if you don't already have an account, it is becoming harder and harder to do it privately. So I looked around, I talked to friends, and one of the ones that were recommended as far as crypto wallets was called Exodus. It's supposed to be super private, you are safe, no one knows all your information. And I looked into it and I started to set up an account. And basically they use a third party if you are looking to purchase crypto. So if you already have crypto, you probably may not have this issue, but if you are looking to establish a wallet and purchase things like Bitcoin, you're going to have to go through this third party called, I think it was Moonbeam or something like that. But basically, it was not private at all. They wanted a government ID. That's already a lot to ask. And they want to scan your face. Now you're completely not private. And they wanted your social security number. So these things are, to me, red flags you may want to look for when you are looking to buy peptides. So needless to say, I decided I wasn't going to go through the crypto way of going about buying things. If you already have Bitcoin, some people are happy going that route, but for me, it just didn't seem like it was private. I was giving up way too much information. So basically, I decided to wire the money. That was the only other choice. Now that was a whole thing that I learned also. When you think of wiring money, especially in the United States, you think of it going through in a few seconds. When you are sending money to other countries, I won't mention them all, but basically one in particular, it takes, in this particular instance, it took over 8 days for the money to wire over. In my mind, I thought, I'm sending the money over, my US bank is one of the biggest banks, send it over. In a few seconds, they'll get the wire transfer and they'll start shipping my order. No. If you're buying wholesale, just know it's already going to be a 3 to 4 week process just to get your peptides. Now, if you're doing a bank wire, where they don't even start till they get the money, and that took over, I think, 8 or more days for them to even see the wire transfer. So you're looking at a month to get wholesale. Now, wholesale does have its positives. You are getting peptides like Retta for 1/10 the price. So what I did on my inner circle is I linked a source where you can get it safely from the United States, or safer, I like to say. And that's FedExed in 3 days, overnight. And I've ordered it 6 or 7 times from them. It is so fast. They have testing, which you can verify on their website. And basically, if you're in a hurry to get started, that's a great way. Just know, I call it retail, but you are paying a higher price than you would if you're buying wholesale. Now, when you are ready to wait, say you have some peptides, you've tried them out, you're finding that your body's reacting well to them and it's working, then you may want to look at wholesale if you have a lead time of 3 to 4 weeks. So basically you want to look at wholesale if you have a lead time of 3 to 4 weeks. So basically I listed the top 5. I'm going to keep adding to them as I check them out. Wholesalers on my inner circle, which you can join below in the link. It's only a fraction of what you will save when you go to purchase these that are verified and vetted. I've purchased from almost all of them. I'm getting orders coming in this week and next week. And you can also see their testing. They're tested by third parties, including private companies in the United States, and I will list those as well, where they publicly show the batches and the testing that's already been completed for these companies. So if you're looking for a safer way to buy wholesale or single vials that will come in a few days, you can get started right away on your Retta journey and others like tirzepatide. And you're not able to go through maybe insurance anymore, or you don't want to do the clinical trials because they're closed, or it takes months and months. That is why I did this service, to help people like yourself and myself. When I started out, I was 255 pounds. I did reduce weight before I started retatrutide, which I'll go into more in other peptides. And I've lost about, I want to say over 25 pounds since May, and it's towards the end of June. So I'm going to go into how that worked in the next video, but definitely like, subscribe, and comment below what you want to learn more about as far as peptides.